I guess we're live. I don't know. Hopefully microphone's working. Anyhow, hey guys. Don't mind me recording in the bathroom. I just wanted it to be quiet enough. Microphone, hopefully it was working. Oh yeah, and I don't think I made a YouTube video. This is Ranger's new look. I don't have her bandana because I was just gonna do a quick review. I really want to get my thoughts out there for this series that just came out on Netflix. If you have not seen it, please go watch it. Like, I want to say please. Because now I'm gonna get into the territory of it. Because it came out yesterday when I'm recording this. So yes. I'm not gonna do any spoilers. I'll maybe do that in another video. Um, this one's spoiler free. But yeah, so this is Ranger's new look. Most likely gonna end up making another video in the end of May. Don't know if I'm gonna be posting it after the second week of June, like the beginning of week of June. We'll see. But there is a video I'm going to be making at the end of May going into June. I'm going to a convention with Ranger. The person I'm going with, she kind of wants me to bring somebody else instead of who I was thinking of bringing. So I just got to figure out stuff. Anyhow, I'm getting off sidetrack a little bit. But yeah, this is Ranger's new look. Anyhow. This is a review of The Wolf King that just came out on Netflix. If you're not going to watch it, go watch it. It's only 8 episodes. They're short episodes. They're like 30 minutes to 28 minutes or something like that. 24 minutes, I forget. But go watch it. It's pretty good. I'm hoping by people giving it enough views, I guess, they will maybe make another season because it is based off on one of my favorite book series ever. So imagine me, little me. I know it's kind of hard, but imagine little me. I didn't get to really grow up on much books because, first of all, just I can't really read them. My eyes go blurry and stuff. Second of all, it's just my attention span. I can't read a book to save my life for long periods of time. So yes, why in the world would I pick up this book that now is a Netflix series? Well, as you can see, I'm all into fantasy. I love some fantasy stuff, and if it comes to werewolves, do not do werewolves dirty on me. Because I love some werewolf movies. Like, what are some werewolf movies I liked? I liked the Teen Wolf when that came out. Well, Blood and Chocolate, that one's actually a pretty good one too. Sorry, my brain's not working. It is Bitten, Wolf Blood. I think it's Werewolf in London or American. One of those. Those are pretty good. Even though, yes, it's back in the old days and the graphics are. And then no, not Van Helsing. Is it Van Helsing with Nicolas Cage? Damn it! I should have looked up all my werewolf favorites, but I have a couple. I might put them in the comments if I remember. If I don't, then try to be like, hey, we're just curious on what's your favorites. Just let me know in the comments. I'll answer them. But anyhow, you can see I love werewolves. And actually, talking about that, this one is supposed to be a canine. She's supposed to be a doggo. But I just like how the Dino Mask, they moved the mouse. So, and my dad seems to really like this one. So, it's in honor of him. Um, anyhow, keep getting always distracted. But yeah, imagine little me. I don't read books really. I was kind of staying with the kid books. I never got to grow up with any of the old books. Well, my mother took me to a library. I then went and found this is another copy I have. I don't know where the other copy went, but I went and bought this book. As you can see, it's from the Wolf King. This is what it's kind of based off. It is very thick. I actually had to do it I ended up doing it for a school project instead for English. That's how I got so far as I did. But I went and grabbed this book. I'm like, what? What is this book? Like, I never heard of this book. Turned around, read the back of it, and I fell in love with it. After reading the back, just reading this little bit piece. Yes, I did not notice how many pages it is, but if you are like books and fantasy, you will may most likely like reading this. I tried my best to always look for an audiobook for this because that's how much I liked it. I wanted to know this world, and I know there's a lot of other books out there that are a series of this book. Now they left the show open. It seems like they're going to that next realm, but I don't know if they got the okay to make multiple seasons of this book um, for the knowledge of it. And I want to just be like, go watch it. Because if you don't have no clue what this book is, then go watch it still. Like, its art style, yes, I think it is a little bit weird for it being what this is and how I kind of imagine it in my head. But without reading this, you can still have a really good show. Like, I it's been so long since I've touched in this book, I still love the show. I actually might go watch the show again because how much I liked it. It was like it sucked me back into that fantasy and the characters and all that stuff. But this is a good book. I just it's just me. I can't do reading. I can't do reading. But I really did like this book. This was like one of the only books I actually purchased back in the day and actually sat down and read it. It was hard for me to read it, but I sat down and read it for the most of it I can. But then I didn't touch it again for a good long while. I think I just may lost interest. I forget the reason. And then I came to where I'm now. I kept on moving, but that's not beside the point. But I ended up finding the book again while I was here, and I'm like, I'm grabbing that book again, and I'm gonna hopefully finish reading it. Did I? Well, as you can see, no, I did not finish reading it, but I got farther in the book. I do book reports on it, and I still really like the book. Like, I got as far as I could, but this book was just it was good. And for what they had to do to knock it down to 8 episodes to maybe just explain this one book, I think they did a pretty good job. I almost cried in some of the episodes because they just know how to get you to understand the character in that moment or something. Like, it got me tearing up. A lot of movies, I can name a couple stuff that has actually made me cry, but there's not a lot. There's not a lot that I can say that actually has made me feel an emotional, like crying. um, so that's where I'm like, this was apparently it touched some heartstrings or something. I really liked it for what they had to do for 8 episodes and what Netflix budget is, or just how Netflix did it. They did a really good job, and I'm happy that they actually got to make a TV show or like a series on this book because this book is really good. I wish I got to make a review before the show came out, but I was too happy that this was actually not coming out in the series. I didn't even think to make a book review, or because my knowledge on the book, I kind of forgot it. I like saying I haven't touched this book in a good long time. But if I didn't have the problems I did, I would think I would finish this book 2, 3, 4 times or something. I love what this author did to get you into the fantasy or their story. They did a very good job. And what they had, if they had anything to do with the episodes on Netflix and touching it or anything, like how they did One Piece on when Netflix was doing that, if he touched in like Five Nights at Freddy's, where Scott Cawthon got to touch on those, like they did they did the job. Like I really want to now go watch Wolf King again on Netflix because it was it was pretty good. Like I kind of knew what was gonna happen, I guess. Because like I don't know how far I got into the book, but I had that kind of like feeling. But anyhow, like if you just like say don't know nothing about the book, just go watch it. Yes, they missed out some stuff, but I like this is shown in the trailer, so it's not really spoiling anything. But there's those scenes where you see him as a wolf and the light goes with the eye, like it's a streak. And I just like that little detail when he's the wolf and like doing his thing. Um, because I remember in this book, in like I think chapter one, maybe chapter two, I'm not sure. It's when he's having to get kicked out of the village. In the book. Not saying nothing about the show. Go watch the show. um, but like I think when he's getting like pushed out of the village, when um, but it's when it said like the glowing eyes of yellow, and I'm like, oh. And then when they do it in the show, like I'm saying, it's in the trailers. Last time I checked, they just I just remember that one little thing, and they kept on just prolonging it through the episodes, and I'm just like, oh, that's just so cool. Like they didn't have to add that. They had to add that little detail with eye glowing just on his model. Like they didn't have to do that. But it was just those little moments in the show. I was like, oh, I know that, and it was just so good. And now I can see why some people do get upset when a book goes to a movie or goes to a TV show. I can see why people get upset, but you have to think they only have so many hours, so many minutes into a like making the thing watchable. Because yes, they could just copy and paste it onto a movie, but then you're looking at 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, and some of us wish we could have that. But some of us maybe don't want to sit that long in the movie theater or like somewhere and be like, oh my god, okay. Like, you have to think they have like, a time limit. And yes, it sucks. It sucks. They have time limits on things and you can't get exactly all what they want to say. But when growing up with Harry Potter and the Hunger Games movies, I like them for not knowing really the book. Like we own some Harry Potter books, but just knowing that they exist in books. So if I was really wanting to, I could just go pick up a book or get an audio book and go get the book and like do that. Then okay, there's the option is there. Like the option is there for me to go do it if I wanted to, or if anybody wanted to go do it. But the movies when I was growing up with the Harry Potter and Hunger Game movies, I still liked them. I still liked when we went to the movie theater to go watch them. I don't think for Harry Potter though. I think we waited until those came on DVD. But no Hunger Games. I remember waiting for Hunger Games and they came out. And we went to the movie theaters and watched them when I was growing up. And I still like them. And now I can see why this is another like um, movie and book is Pussy Jackson and the Lightning Thief and the Pussy Jackson series in the book. I can see why some people are upset because they're actually supposed to be younger and how they did in the movies and like some things because I did watch the show that came out on Disney Plus. I was about it. I liked how whoever directed the Pussy Jackson and Sea of Monsters, I like how they kind of made those because I don't know. It was maybe just me, but I really like those movies, and I still go back to the days like nowadays and and watch those movies. Now I can't really say I go to the Disney Plus version of those things because I don't know. They just I think they were not able to find the balance, maybe, for those kind of clients to, you know, be happy with. Because I love mythology, Greek mythology, werewolves, fantasy, spiritual, witchy, a little bit haunted, um, adventure movies. I can sit down and like watch. Like I have so many movies I grew up on that kind of stuff. I just loved growing up and watching them. And I still sometimes suggest people to go watch those kind of movies if they've never seen those kind of movies. Because, well, it made me to the person I am today. Even though I'm a furry. Those are different movies though, and thanks to Disney for that. Just saying. Anyhow. Um but yeah, I'm looking at Wolf King and I can see some people might not be happy with it. Some people will go love it. I'm just gonna be one of those people that love it, even though I know the book series. Like I think they did a good job for what they had to do and the amount of time they had to do anything that they needed to do to it. To present it as a story that you didn't even know nothing about the book for. But it's there's little details, even in TV shows and movies. I just like what they add, and like I say, the glowing eyes. You did not have to like make it so feel so strong. Like you did not have to do that, but you did it, and I just like it's those little things, and I'm just like, oh. And that's why I want to watch it on the bigger screen because I just watched it on my phone because I was like, well, I want to watch it. I can't wait until tomorrow. I want to watch it now. I was like, oh, it's a series. I want to watch it now. Let's sit down and watch it. And oh my god, I need to watch it on a bigger screen because it's just it it felt emotional. Like like I say, you don't really need to know this book. You really don't. I think it's good for all ages and just like it's just good. Whatever they got to do right on the Netflix series, I'm hoping they get the green lit to make another season because I can't wait. Because I know there's I think 5 books of these. Because there's one that has the werewolf, one has a reptile, if I remembered right. I think another one had a shark, and I think the 5th one had a lion. I can't remember off the top of my head without looking it up on Google and stuff, but I think there's like 5 books. So if they wanted to, if they could, you can make 5 seasons of that. Thanks. Like, I think I think they really did good on this first season. Yeah, it could have went to crap, and I've seen like certain people like I can see what they say, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see it being a little crap, but it's still something to watch and something like pretty cool to like watch. Um, now what was it? Was it the Maze Runners? Yeah, I think it was the Maze Runners. I think they made a book, right? I can see why they people don't. I like the first movie, second movie, and third movie. There's three movies if I remember right. The second movie and third movie, I wasn't too crazy about. I don't remember them that well, and I don't care to go watch them again because they're just like okay. I think the second one had the zombies, if I remember right. That was just like really. I know it was our time, like the time it came out. It was like that was big for zombie things. I'm just like, if I wanted to go watch a movie, zombies. There's so many movies of zombies. Like I don't know for the video game franchise. I don't think there's that many zombie games. So it's like, come on, you don't really need that many zombie movies. Because the zombies I got to grow up on for video games was Black Ops. So it was the Black Ops series that I grew up with watching those zombies. Um, yeah, yeah. And I keep forgetting. Like I'm just trying to like I don't know prove a point. I don't know. I'm not like I said. I don't do nothing with books. I'm not upset with those kind of people criticizing certain movies. Um, it's everybody has their own judgments and their own critique. I actually need some of you guys. Did you guys like Wolf King or not? I liked it. I did. I really liked it. And if there's some people that actually got to read the book, what's your opinions? I want to hear them. Because yes, I have read the book to an extent, and I don't care for spoilers. So I don't care. You can tell me so much things in the book. I will not be mad at you for because I like saying is one of the only books I got to like sit down and read the book and still like it. I really try to push myself to read it, but my reading is just not the it's not the same anymore. It was I just think I it messed up or something. I don't know. It's just it's kind of sad because I can see the author's hard work right here in this book. Like it's a really good series. And I'm hoping that Netflix will get to make another season, if so, because it's really good. We don't have a lot of good fantasy TV shows out there for the older folks. Young kids, I am hoping you'll never lose your fantasy. Because without fantasy, I don't think I would have been able to be as creative as I am. How I made Ranger and stuff, and just how my brain works. Without fantasy, I don't think there's gonna be like a lot of any good things because you need that creativity to be in your brain, somewhere dormant or just there. But it's like it's very helpful, I think. And just watching this TV show, it's just like it was really good. They didn't do werewolves dirty. They didn't do how many species are in this book again? Let me see. Uh, dang it doesn't say on the back of the book. I forget how many were animals are in this series, but they just they made them look so good. Now, if you try to do a live action, I'm happy they didn't go live action. I guess, because I just feel like it depends on certain werewolves things for live action, because I don't want them to do werewolves dirty. I want them to be what they were in the show, like I was saying, uh, Blood and Chocolate, Bitten, Teen Wolf, uh, Wolf Blood, London, Werewolf in London, or something Werewolf from America, something like that. Those kind of movies, those are good werewolf. To me, at least, they're good werewolf. Oh, I just thought of one. The Red Riding Hood movie that came out in 2011, I think it was. Shoot, that one was pretty good. I'm trying to remember which one. 'Cause I know there's like a lot of fairy tale movies, but Red Riding Hood. I think it's actually just called Red Riding Hood. That one is pretty good. I don't care how many Rotten Tomatoes it has. That one's pretty good, actually. That twist at the end, mind blown. I didn't even think about it like that. And I usually like I watch so many werewolf things, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, she got bitten, okay. Next person, you kind of like get into, I guess, a rhythm or just like that. Okay, what's next? um, but certain movies they caught me off guard, and because like I saying, I kind of knew what I was going in for this series. I was kind of my hopes were like this much to going into Wolf King because after I saw the trailer and after it said Werewolf, I was like, I know that book. I actually know the stuff a little bit. And I was like, reminder. And then I kept on get myself distracted so it could come to the day that it came out. And I totally forgot it came out yesterday. Because I clicked on it, I think on Wednesday, and it said Thursday. It's coming out on Thursday. I'm like, dang, god dang it. And then I think I did like something yesterday and it got my brain distracted. And I'm like, oh yeah, that came out today. I need to watch it. Like, I need to watch it right now. And I just had so many thoughts on movies because I am just hating that there's certain things that get made out there, and then there's the Rotten Tomatoes are just so low, and it's like, but there's actually something good here. Like if you just like squint down maybe and just like something, there's actually something good here. And I don't know if it's just because my taste in movies maybe suck then, because usually those movies that are low rank, you can see me going, hey, hello, I actually liked it. Hey, hello. Because I do. Sometimes I usually like those kind of movies, and I'm just like, oh, I wish this got more loved. Okay. And that's why I'm trying to, I guess, just hype this up because I want another season. Give me another season, please. I want another season. I know I could just go to the next book or just go to the books. There, I get all my answers. But just seeing the artwork and like how they say the story and the voice actors and like all that stuff, it just takes it to another level. And it's just like, it's a little bit better in my head. And I don't know what about it. I really don't know what about this TV show that I'm liking so much about it. But it's just like, it's so good. Like, really, this is really good. I'm not saying the books are crap. I'm saying the books are amazing too. But it's a TV show. It's like, it's so good. And just knowing that it came from this book I read a long time ago, and I didn't know if a lot of people knew about, and now it's on Netflix. That's crazy. It's so crazy that now it's on Netflix and I can watch it whenever I want. I got all my answers right there instead of having to try to finish this book. It's just because it's because of my reading disability, and it's really hard for me to get into books. I know audio books are a thing, but that requires money as well. And I don't have to pay something monthly where I could just sit down and watch it for stuff that we're already paying for or for free. It's just how I am. And I sorry if I keep breathing so much. I'm so excited to just talk about this, and it's that's why I have Red Ranger. She's just one of my ones that I will never sell. So sorry, never will sell this. I'll sell my other ones. Actually, I have 3 of them for sale right now. Um, but yeah, no, Rangers, she's staying here with me. I'm gonna at some point make a canine. Who knows when that's gonna be? But I guess I'll quit my ranting and just go watch it. Go give your own opinions about it, and then come back to me and type up a storm and tell me how you think about it. Because I want to know so many other people's opinions about this show. Because I I have hope for it. I have very hope for it, but if it's gonna be one of those series that a lot of people are just like about, then okay. At least I'm happy that I got 1 season of it, and I could just watch it on Netflix whenever I want to. I'll be just happy with that because it's really good. This is a really good, like, like I say, I don't usually get emotional. The only things I've gotten actually emotional to and actually, like, teared up, cried, whatever. I don't remember a lot of movies, but I know there's an anime that I recently watched, like, no, 3 or 4 years ago. That sounds more better. 3 or 4 years ago, and I now always suggest it to people, and I actually had a phone case of it. I was, like, a fangirl of it. It was called Wolfrain. It's an older anime, yes, and it's maybe be hard to watch, but when you sit down and watch, like, I think it has, like, 30 episodes or something. When you sit down and watch it and get into that environment, you get to see a beautiful story unravel in front of you, and you get to know the characters. That's all I will say. You'll get to know the characters, and it's one of those animes that have made me cry. I teared up, and I'll never forget it. And I'll always suggest it to people if they want to watch a wolf anime or adventure or romance, sweet story, whatever. I will always suggest it to people. I will always treasure my heart to a Wolf Rain because it's one of those films that were just, it was really good to me. I can't think of a lot of other movies or TV shows that actually have made me teared up. Remember getting excited, like fist pumping in the air and like excited. Like this was one of them. This was one of them. I think the other one was hmm Chainsaw Man maybe. I did really like Chainsaw Man. If they continue with that, cool. I always like that kind of aesthetics. Um, Bleach is kind of one of them. It's a hit and miss on Bleach, really. That I will always like it. Tokyo Ghoul was one of them. Um, Demon Slayer is not that bad. I'm actually excited. Just figured out when another movie's coming out. gotta go maybe watch that with some people. But they would tell me about it. I'm like, there's a movie coming out. What the hell? And nobody, no, I just found out. Um, so I'm most likely gonna end up going to maybe watching that. Um, what's a movie that's not anime? Oh, Brother Bear. Brother Bear is one of those. Every time I watch it, since I've been a kid, so I watched it when I was a kid, and then watched it as a teenager, and then watched it as an adult. I got 3 different experience of watching it, and I'll never get tired of Brother Bear. One of those very old Disney movies, I think back in 2020, 2005, I think that's the movie when it got made. Was Brother Bear? I forget when that one got made, but Brother Bear, another good movie. Another, and there's music to it. Oh my god, the music to it was just, oh, it is just so good. Anyhow, I'm just saying, like, there's so many movies I got to grow up, and I know there's a book series that got made, and that's why we got those movies. I'm just thinking some people should just look at it a different perspective. Maybe it's one of your favorite books in the whole wide world, and then it's not good as a movie. Then just maybe try to look at it a different, more perspective instead of just being like, oh, they didn't have all these pieces that they had in the book. Well, you have to think they only have, an hour or 2 hours to cram all that knowledge of the book into a movie. So you have to like give them some slack. It's kind of hard to explain for how I'm saying it in my head, and how is it coming out of my mouth. Cause yeah, you got those kind of people out there, and I'm not trying to hate on those people. Well, sound like I'm hating on them. It's just that I remember kind of growing up, we had one of those people. They were just like a book fanatic, and then when they went to go watch the movie, they just hated on the movie. Okay, don't tell us like so many like hated parts that you hated about the movie. We get it. You hated the movie. Like I'm not gonna try to be one of those people like why I want to back up a film because I love it so much. I'm not gonna try to be that kind of person. Like if you didn't like it, then okay. Like okay. That's maybe now going back on the point I was now I'm saying because I've been now talking over this TV show for almost 37 minutes. But I've also been talking about other things. Oh my god, my brain's broken. It's just this film was just so good, and that's why. Another film I really liked was Tex-Mex Motors. And I wish they got to make a third season, but I don't think they're making a third season, so sadly. But that was a buddy we knew, and he wanted to, you know, have his things go successfully. And well, the downside, I think he's now going to only be stuck at 2 seasons. We'll see if they will make a third season. I really like their stuff because they made cars into like beautiful things from a chicken coop to an actual moving running car. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go look up Tex-Mex Motors on Netflix and you'll see what I'm talking about. um so but yeah, just if you have time this weekend, just have time anywhere. And if you just want to put something on in the background, maybe hear a good story or just something, just look up Wolf King and all these books, and then come tell me about it because I want to hear people's reviews about it because I'm just curious like that. um, because I feel like I might actually try to get some sleep. I might try to actually get some sleep, but on top of that, I might be working on some project tomorrow or later today, whenever whenever the stuff is. I have lost time. What time is it? Anyhow, I am gonna maybe go at some point. We'll go watch it again and put it just in the background or something. Because that's what I've been doing with Spider-Man 2. Um, the game of that. That game was. I hate that Sony didn't do so good on the Madam Web, Craven the Hunter, and I guess it was his only movies, huh? I think. I think those are the only movies. Because Venom did good. I always liked the Venom movies. I hate to see them go, but what you have to do, it's Disney as well. um, Craven the Hunter and Madam Web, I have my ups and downs with them. I didn't hate them. I didn't dislike them. It was something I liked watching, and then I watched like a couple of times. It wasn't too bad, but I could see why people. And I could see why Sony is just like out the window, like they don't want to touch it anymore because they're making it just making people mad, and I could see it. Without Spider-Man, you can't really do anything, and because now we can just say Disney kind of owns Spider-Man. I just hope they don't do my boy dirty, because I be one of the people. I will put my paw down. I will put my feet down. I know I'm going off a different tactic now than the book. But anyhow, I will put my paw down. I'll put my stuff down. Out of the Spider-Man movies we have, I put Tom Holland, just like kind of in the middle bottom, because I did not like what Marvel did with him in certain ways, in certain movies, depending on the movies. Because what I like about Spider-Man is he's your friendly neighbor Spider-Man. Like, he helps out the community. He doesn't, you know, go do big things or don't make his own suits, kind of thing. I've always liked that about Spider-Man. He made his own suits, or just, there's the little things. When they had Tom Holland go for Spider-Man for the Marvel movies and all that stuff, I wasn't too crazy about it. I liked the Tobey Maguire. I liked Andrew Garfield, even though the third movie of Tom, I just said his name, of Tobey Maguire. Yeah, Tobey Maguire. I know the third movie they added too much villains. It kind of felt a little jumbled, but it was still like a movie I could just sit down and watch and just know what is going on. In the Amazing Spider-Man movies, Andrew Garfield got played dirty, man. Like, I was hoping for a Sinister Six. I was hoping that Andrew Garfield would have gotten justice, because I actually don't mind Andrew Garfield's movies. They both were up there. Like, I like their films. I still go back to the films and watch them to this day, because they just felt more Spider-Man. Yes, they felt older, but they felt like Spider-Man. Now, when Tom Holland comes into the picture, so you have these two being older, and just like some people really just didn't like the movies too much because of, well, certain ways of Spider-Man things. Then you have Tom Holland. Everybody says Tom Holland did a good job as Spider-Man. No, I'm not saying he didn't. I just wish they didn't have so much of him getting helped, I guess, is what I'm guessing the word is being. I wish he didn't get much help as he did. Because when we got Tom Holland back in the MCU and stuff, he got helped by Iron Man for the most of it. Civil War, Iron Man. Homecoming, Iron Man. Like, it was just like an Iron Man and Spider Man movie right there for both. Well, of course, Civil War was Iron Man and Captain America, so like it didn't. But Homecoming, it did not feel like a Spider Man movie. Really, it felt like an Iron Man and Spider Man movie, and I didn't like it too much. I actually don't like it that much, and I'm just one of those people where I just felt like it was just like okay, like it didn't feel like Spider Man to me. He was getting too much. He got the Iron Spider, like he just got too much help with Iron Man instead of him just going to at the end of it just making his own suit or learning like I don't know. It was just something about Tom Holland's Spider Man I just didn't really like too much. Like, because I got to grow up on different Spider Man things, not just the Tobey Maguire, not just the Andrew Garfield. I actually grew up on the TV shows as well. And those TV shows, they did a pretty good job too. It's just Tom Holland was just, I don't know. I don't know if it's because they're just too early introducing him or just something. Because it was just, after it, Tom Holland, for me, didn't come good until after the blip. Sorry to say it. After the blip, in my eyes. Because when they made Far From Home and No Way Home, I ate that sucker up, and I love watching those movies because those feel more close to Spider-Man than Homecoming. Those I didn't mind Tom Holland playing in those movies because Mysterio, please give me more Mysterio. Like that was goodness. Like give me more of that. I don't know if he's technically dead. Maybe I don't know. I don't know much about Mysterio's character in the comics, but if you can just make it Mysterio back, please, Disney. Somehow work your magic. I would love to see that, but I know they have so many other plans making Fantastic Four and like some other things. But yeah, Far From Home. It was pretty good. Like I like watching it to this day. It was pretty good, I think. Then No Way Home. Everybody knows No Way Home. And I gotta say much for No Way Home. We have my boys back in there. We have, Tom Holland losing somebody very important to him, and just it felt like a Spider-Man movie. And kind of almost a Sinister Six without the sixth villain, as everybody knows. And he could have, if he just they wanted to, they could have just went, "Hey, he's here too." But no, he's still in the MCU. We gotta be still hopeful because he's still in the MCU. Venom is still in the MCU, so just crossing my fingers. Just cross our fingers, man. Cross our fingers. But No Way Home just felt like, yeah, it felt like Doctor Strange. I can never go wrong with Doctor Strange. I'm okay with the second movie, but there's some ups and downs with that. But I liked No Way Home. It felt like a Spider-Man movie and a good send-off for our old boys if Andrew Garfield never gets the opportunity to make another Spider-Man film. I liked it. It was just one of those movies that teared me up. I totally forgot about that. I think it teared me up anyhow. I think. Um, but anyhow, so I'm curious on what they're gonna do for Spider-Man 4. Are they gonna try to get rid of Tom Holland and introduce somebody else? Because there's still that symbiote, Mr. Venom, in the MCU. Are they gonna try to get rid of Mr. Spider-Man, Tom Holland, and introduce another character that we've been all wanting? Me. Um. So it's like there's been some hints. Like, are they actually? Oh, I'm just curious. I'm just so curious. My brain. um. So that's why I'm like, I guess we'll just have to see what they do with Spider-Man 4, and if after that, if Sony loses the rights or loses to Disney, and everybody can be happy with that, because so far people have not been happy with them owning Spider-Man, then I'm gonna be sad because the movies I got to grow up with Sony, I really did like them, and I like what they do with the character. They're not afraid to get their hands in there, because I noticed with Disney, they don't make it as how it is in the comic books, or just something. Something about it is just, it's a little bit like, and it's losing my touchies. I've been trying to stay with the MCU universe after the conundrum, but it's been now just so hard to stay with it because of all the commotion, like all the stuff that's been going on with it, and they don't know what to do with it. I'm just hoping they'll figure it out after the stage. It seems like they're going somewhere pretty cool. I'm back on the curious train. It looks like they're going somewhere cool with it. I'm just hoping they don't mess it up. Because I am been watching MCU movies since Iron Man. And before that, I don't like Incredible Hulk, I think was the other one. I forget what was before that. I got to grow up on that kind of stuff. And I'm just gonna hate that I'm gonna lose interest out of it. And then I'm gonna miss something. And I don't wanna miss nothing. I love MCU and DC. I've always had my parents are like, here, young me, put me in front of TVs, and I'm like, oh, look at these superheroes. Oh. Like, I liked a lot of superhero movies when growing up. um, and I just hate to see me give up the feeling I had watching this MCU, because they just, I think they were just trying to find the place with Crane, and I'm happy they kind of like, okay, this isn't going good, let's go and start somewhere new. And it seems like they're kind of starting somewhere new. Not too crazy. I know stuff about the comics. Um, I'm not crazy that they're trying to get Robbie Downey Jr. back into the film again and being like, "Hey, come save us." It's how it's kind of feeling, because I don't know how he will be playing as Doctor Doom. I've got to see Robbie Downey Jr. play in so many other movies, so it's not just Iron Man and all that stuff. I got to see him in like Sherlock Holmes, Doctor Dolittle, and he does pretty good. I just am curious on what they're gonna do with him with Doctor Doom because of that. Like, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be like, oh, or is it gonna be, oh, okay, okay, it may actually be pretty good. I don't know. I just hope they're not gonna be trying to add Iron Man back into the story, because where they're going with the Young Avengers and like where they're going with that kind of stuff, I like it. They should keep on going with that, not going to be like, oh, here's Iron Man again. Oh yeah, did he? Yeah, he didn't actually die, like kind of moment. Because that in game, it was just a good send off to Iron Man. It was so good. Everyone liked in game. It was, really good. And so I'm just afraid them being like, oh, Robbie Downey Jr. save us. Well, let's try. Let the man go, man. Just let the man go. Um, I just want them to be able to learn from the mistakes. Because what they're doing with Daredevil, oh, don't get me started with Daredevil. I am so happy that they saved Daredevil because he's actually one of my favorite Marvel characters. He's like up there with characters I was like, yes, yes, yes. I've been liking the show so far. I mean, hate what they're doing to the characters here. It's been a very emotional feeling. Not crying, no crying, but very emotional. But I like what they're doing with it. Keep it up with Daredevil. I really like what they're doing with Daredevil. It feels so good. It just feels like, oh, give me. I've been eating that stuff up. Every Tuesday, I've been watching it. I've been, like, giving me. I mean, I'll eat that up. Um, whew, I guess I've been gone a very long time. I should have just made a separate video about Marvel. Because I had so much to say about these things. Like, yeah, I guess. I didn't realize. But yeah, we'll just have to see what they do with Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. We'll just have to see. And I like how they do with Fantastic Four. It's gonna be in a different universe. Like they didn't have to put it into trying to fit it in with the Marvel timeline thing. Be Bob. Um, so I'm gonna be. It's gonna be interesting what they do with that. I want to see what they because I like the Fantastic Four movies until 2015. I think that one was 2015 one out the window. Please don't try to do anything like the 2015 movie. I was not a big fan of it. After watching it since I've been older, I guess my little child like didn't mind it when it came out and I got to watch it and stuff. But when I watched it when I was older, oh, it was. Then I was not crazy about it anymore. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna touch that movie again. I'm sorry to those people. It's just that the one that played Fantastic, and then I was just like, oh, ugh. Like it was a bit much. Like I was not crazy about it. I didn't just no. So we'll see if that movie is gonna be good or TV series. I forgot what it was gonna be. I think it was gonna be a movie. I think it was gonna be a movie, Fantastic Four movie. Yeah, I think so. Anything else? But yeah. So yeah, to keep it up with the Daredevil, it's been really good. Like that's what I want in the MCU. Like I don't want people to be scared. I mean, I don't want people to be scared. I don't want people to be like, eh, like you can just see it and just go, eh. I want some blood, man. I want some like not afraid scene moments. I want to see scenes that I have not been seeing lately because you've been making it maybe a little bit too kid friendly or just a little bit too. I don't know what you were doing at the moments. I don't know the exact word because I like saying I've been sucking up that Daredevil. I've been liking it. Now there was that TV show that just came out. I finished watching it. I might watch it again. I think they got the A-OK to make another season. I totally forgot. What's that movie called? It's something to My Neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, My Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That animation was actually pretty good. I liked what they did with that. We didn't, you know, go to here we go again, explaining Peter's story on how he became Spider-Man. Like we kind of did, but kind of didn't, and we got to see these other characters. I'm liking what they're going with that. So if they gotta keep going with something with that through the series and stuff, that's pretty cool. That's like pretty cool. I'm just wondering if it's like Tom Holland's backstory in a way. I doubt it though. I think this is just another universe and all that stuff. But it was pretty good. I didn't mind it. I liked it. Um, those were one of those like, hey, it's pretty good. A little bit above Tom Holland stuff because it was, it was pretty good. Interesting on what they're gonna do. So yeah, the two things that they just released, the Spider-Man and then Daredevil. Keep it up, Disney. I can't. I'm looking forward to what you make next because I'm now curious. You have now me back into the hold. Because those are actually pretty good. For the films that they are, but TV shows. TV shows. Um, Now if you could just maybe do something about Moon Knight, thank you. Yeah, but I mean, freaking what happened? Not, in my throat. I'm just saying, I just want more Moon Knight. Those TV shows, when watching it with people, I liked it. I liked Moon Knight. I never knew who Moon Knight was until that TV show came out, and oh my god, I have missed out on that. Moon Knight is such a cool character. I want to know more. Like, I think I love ancient Egypt stuff. Or then I said Greek gods. Sorry, my bad. I like Greeks and um the great Greek the Egypt stuff. You know what I'm talking about. um I want to yeah. He seems like a really cool character. And then the actor, he's such a good actor. Oh my god. Uh wow, this has been such a video. Anyhow, those are my Marvel thoughts and the new Netflix show that came out. Just please go watch it. Tell me what you think about it. I'll end the video here. It's been long enough for me speaking of both half of what I've been watching recently, what has been pretty good for my knowledge on stuff. And this is from me not doing comic books or books or just doing stuff on the internet. So, um, yeah. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Hopefully, you leave a like and subscribe to look forward to in the next video I'll be making, and that might be a video like this, or well, not like this, but me talking, or it's gonna be the next Comic Con video that I will be posting. Then that's still kind of a couple months away. I don't know how many months away because it's at the end of May going into June, and that's when the convention is. But I have to get my butt down there, stay a couple of days, and then leave, and then come back and maybe editing and doing all that stuff to make the video look pretty good, and then be posting it. So who knows when it will be posted. Because I'm hoping it's gonna be fun. I'm hoping for a lot of things in the near future, but if not, then that's okay. I am still happy. I hate doing this, but I'm just happy that we got this. It finally is in my life on a Netflix show, and it's just all these things I can just keep on watching until the next season or until something happens for me to get distracted on watching something different. Because these three things that have came out, they're just so good. Daredevil, pretty good. I'm still liking it. I don't know why I said pretty good. It's good. The friendly neighborhood Spider-Man was pretty good. I said pretty good. I know. It was pretty good. We'll see. If I end up liking it more, then it will be. And then this show is good. Like, oh my god, good. I'm gonna stop ranting. I'm gonna really. It just. I'm so. Oy. Oh my god. uh, anyhow, So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video I'll be doing whenever it's gonna be being Comic Con or being a talk video. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Oh, bye.